Welcome back to another Chit Chat Get Ready with me. If I look tired, it's literally because I just woke up from a nap. I was supposed to record this video earlier today. I was having one of those days. Remember what I told you guys in my last video? I was having one of those days and I was just like, I need to go back to sleep because I feel extremely exhausted. But we got a lot to talk about today. But first, let me go ahead and spray my face. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So of course I'm getting ready mostly because I do have a wig tutorial to record today. That's literally the only time when I actually put on makeup because I haven't gone anywhere in like a really long time. As far as like going out, like if I'm going out, then maybe I'll put on makeup. But for the most part, anytime you guys see me with makeup on, it's mostly because I have content to create. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about, which has been weighing so heavily on me, I want a baby. Okay, so I don't know if it's because I recently turned 30. You guys know I turned 30 back in July, and I don't know if like my baby fever has like just now kicked in or something. I'm not exactly too sure what it is. I've been feeling this way for quite some time, and I'm so ready to like, well, I don't think you'll ever be fully ready to be a mom, but there's just something in me that is just ready for motherhood. I have been following so many accounts on TikTok of like these moms showing off their daily routines, like nesting videos and stuff. I've been following women who are showing their nesting videos. This one girl, she actually just had her baby. She is African, I think. And I just feel like her whole story is inspiring in a way because even though I'm not in the dating market, I see so many videos of girls talking about what the dating market is like right now and how there is a lot of women choosing to be single at this point because it's just terrible out there, and I feel so bad for you guys, honestly. And she was kind of in that situation. She was dating. Basically, somebody else had came along and he presented her with a plan. Like, this is what he wanted. Like, he's looking for something serious, blah, blah, blah. And because of that, she ended up getting married to him and then having a baby. And because they're African, they're very cultural. They stuck to their roots. Like, their wedding was beautiful. There's a lot of things that she does that, you know, represents her culture and stuff like that when it comes to being married and raising her baby. And I just think that that is so beautiful. My eyebrows look crazy. So as I'm doing my eyebrows, you guys, just trust the process, okay? I am going to give you guys a detailed video of my everyday makeup routine because I've had some people that have asked, when you guys see my makeup routine, you're really gonna be like, that's it? Yeah, girl, that's what I use. It's all about technique. Of course, you need to have products that work for you, that work for your skin tone, that work for your skin type. That's very important. But it's mostly all about technique. I do not use high-end products like that. Everything that I use is pretty much drugstore products, to be honest with you. But anyways, going back to what I was talking about. So I just love watching videos of like women being nurturers and women being bosses. You know what I'm saying? And the mother videos that I have come across is just women, either they're stay-at-home moms and they're taking care of their household. They love, you know, cleaning and cooking for their family, catering to their husband, which I want to talk about that. I really want to talk about that because that has become such a debate on social media. I know my eyebrows look crazy. Please leave me alone. I know how to do my brows. It's just that my brows they're growing back right now, so they look crazy. So I have to do it like this so I can shape it the way that I want to shape it. All right. I'm pretty sure you guys know that this is like a discussion everywhere on social media all the time, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. And I'm gonna speak from a woman's point of view because even though I don't necessarily agree with what a lot of women have to say on this topic, I'm gonna speak from a woman's point of view because I don't necessarily know like the man's point of view. Even though me and my boyfriend, like, we've had conversations about this all the time because we be watching podcasts where people talk about it and it gets us to the point where we just like to debate on stuff. It's always a discussion as to whether a woman should be a stay-at-home mom, just take care of her kids and, you know, her family, cleaning and cooking, you know. I don't know if it's the fact that women no longer want to do that. Is that what it is? Or do women just feel like that's what men have, not necessarily just men, but like the society has placed on us and like that's all that you can be? I am a very big believer that a woman could be a businesswoman, but she can also be a mom and a really good wife. But there has been so many arguments as to whether like couples should be paying 50-50, a man obviously being the provider and stuff like that. The reason why I said earlier why I don't agree with a lot of women on this is because I feel like there's a lot of women who naturally just degrade the fact that that's kind of what we were born for. Now, before you start typing, because I don't know how many of you guys agree with me on that, just hear me out. So I'm gonna speak for myself. I am a nurturer. When me and my boyfriend moved in together, or even beforehand, I was always cleaning and cooking, right? I was raised by a single mother who was working all the time. And obviously some of the things that she expected when she came home, not necessarily the cooking part, but you know, have a clean house, etc., etc. There's just certain things that were instilled in me and there's just certain things that I naturally do because I am a woman, and I naturally do them once me and my boyfriend work together. Like, I don't expect him to clean, damn sure don't expect him to cook. Like, I take care of that household. My household and my family is my first priority. That's just me though. I don't like talking about this all the time, especially depending on who you're talking about this with. Like, if I was to put that on social media, I'm pretty sure there will be a full debate about that, because a lot of women just feel like almost like you're a sucker for still doing that in some type of way. Like, a man is taking advantage of you for you doing that, especially when you're not a wife. Like, what's this thing? People feel like you shouldn't perform wifely duties if you don't have a ring on your finger. If I think about it from a guy standpoint, it's like, well, how does he know that you're wifey material if you don't? Like, I'm not saying that cooking and cleaning is all that you should do and that's all that should show whether you'll be a good wife or a mother, but I just feel like naturally that's just how women are. I feel like there are a lot of women who feel like a man should still perform his manly duties, which is to provide for his household, of course, just be in charge, be a leader, right? Stuff like that is naturally attractive to us women. No grown woman wants to take care of a grown-ass man, you know what I'm saying? So women, naturally, we want a man to do that. No ifs, ands, no buts about it, right? But if a woman says, well, I don't want to cook, I don't want to clean, I don't want to be at home taking care of kids all the time, a man is supposed to accept that but still provide for you. Like, do you guys get where I'm going with this? Like, I feel like there are a lot of women out there now who just feel like a man is supposed to do what a man is supposed to do regardless. But as women, we should have options. And I don't really think that's fair. And I don't want to sound like I'm a sellout, like I'm taking, you know, up for the man's side or anything like that. But honestly, it's getting ridiculous at this point. Like, when I watch these podcasts and stuff, I see why the dating scene is in shambles. Because I just feel like naturally there's a lot of women that don't make sense when it comes to this topic. I do understand that it also depends on circumstances. Once again, I was raised by a single mother. Could she be at home all the time performing all of those motherly duties and, you know, cleaning the house and cooking all the time? No, she couldn't, because she had to go out and work. So I feel like naturally there are women who have been placed in this position where they have to unfortunately take care of some of the man responsibilities because the father, husband, whoever is not living up to par. And I think that's why the conversation is so debatable, because people put their personal experiences in it, which I completely understand. If I was a woman and I had everything promised to me or whatever, maybe I did everything right. You know, I cooked, I cleaned, maybe or maybe not, I had your child, you know, I'm home all the time. I did what I was supposed to do as a woman. And if you couldn't provide for me as a man, I would be scarred too. Going into the next relationship, I would be very hesitant as to showing you what I have to offer because the first person did not appreciate it. And I also feel like as a woman, if you're consistently going through that, then I personally believe that you should be taking breaks when it comes to relationships. If you find yourself in a pattern when it comes to relationships and you keep going through the same situation and this person has hurt you, yada, 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 I'm not trying to say it's your fault, but you need to take a step back and really just work on yourself. That's the conversation that a lot of people are not ready to have. So me personally, I've just been in a mood where I want to take it a step further. You guys know I said last time that I am really big on being married before pushing out a child, or at least I better be on my way to the altar. Now, again, I was raised by a single mother, so I don't want any of you guys taking offense to that, because I think I do have some single mommies that follow me on here. Kudos to you guys, because I watched my mom struggle growing up and I watched her work 2 to 3 jobs. Kudos to you guys, because I can only imagine the mental strain that puts you in. I think once you become a mother, regardless if you love your career or not, the first thing that you want to do is be a mother. And if you cannot do that to your fullest ability because you have to play both mommy and daddy, I feel like that would, you know, mess you up in a way. Like, you know, you're probably going to think you're not doing enough as a mom. So I will never, ever, ever, ever degrade a woman who has to be the sole provider of her family, not because of choice, but by force. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why I'm so big on having that structure before I bring a baby into this world. Now, I'm not saying that being married first and following all the rules is going to prevent things from happening, but what I won't do is speak that over my life. I'm not going to speak that over my life. I just know what I want, and I think it's a structure thing. That's another conversation too, where you have to treat with delicacy, because you can offend a lot of people. When you say stuff like that, people automatically assume that you're trying to say, like, if you get married and if you would have done it this way, it would have been even better, which is not the case. We've seen a lot of perfect scenarios, especially when it comes to these celebrities. It could be the perfect situation, it seems like, right? But sometimes things just don't work out and mommy will still end up becoming a single mother, or the kids will be living with her her, and then dad has to be part-time. It's not fair, you know? But as for me and my household, I would just love to have that structure. I pray that, you know, we will be able to be together forever. I want my kids to be able to look at me and my boyfriend and be like, well, my future husband, and be like, oh, like, you know, mommy and daddy been together forever. Once they start dating, I want them to be able to look at our relationship and not necessarily want to replicate that, because every relationship is different, right? Everybody's going to go through different situations, but I want them to be able to look at us and feel inspired and hope out there, because from what I hear from these videos, the dating scene is a mess, and I be feeling so bad because everybody at this point is just choosing to be single. So I forgot where I saw it at, but they were basically saying that within like 10 years from now, the whole household dynamic is really not going to exist, because a lot more women are choosing to stay single, which I understand why a lot of women are choosing to stay single, but I also feel like a lot of women have, how could I put this? A lot of women nowadays, at least from what I see on social media, they do not want to take their time building with a man. If you're 30 plus, you're not going to want to take your time building a man. You want a man who's already established, etc., right? Like, he has to come to you correct. But there are freaking like 18-year-olds and stuff like that expecting to find a man that's making 6 figures a year, and they don't want to take their time with anybody who is making less than that. And I think that that is insane. I also feel like it's insane for a woman to be like, okay, I make 5 figures a year, you know, she's single, she's living by herself, whatever, right? She's taking care of herself, but times are hard right now. Let's be real. Like, not a lot of us got money like that. Everybody just be fronting for social media. Social media is not real. Everybody's going through something, right? So let's say you got a woman that's making like 5 figures a year, whatever. If she was to meet a man who's in her exact same situation, he's not rich, but he's making money, he goes to work every single day, he's coming home with the paycheck, whatever, a woman doesn't want him. She wants somebody who's higher than that. That's crazy to me, and I don't think that that is fair. I don't think that that is realistic expectations. What do y'all expect? Y'all think that niggas just graduate high school and they just immediately become rich? No. And then it's like, if you are dealing with a rich guy, you know you're not the only one, right? You know, like, how many women there are in this world. You know he's never gonna be faithful to you, right? Now, if you're a woman and you say, listen, I want a man who's making like 6 or more figures, I don't care if I'm not the only one, I just need to be taken care of, that's great. But I think the issue that a lot of women run into is that they'll say that, but then eventually they want a family. If you don't want a family at all, like ever, never, then you're in a completely different situation. But I just feel like there's a lot of women that talk shit basically, and they say stuff like that, and that's not really how they feel. And I also feel like there's women nowadays that's trying to keep up with these celebrities who are in a completely different bracket. All these women who have money, or they're going on trips and stuff like that, where do y'all think they're getting it from? If they're not like their own self-made boss, I'm saying like they don't have a career on their own, but you see all these, like, I don't even want to call them influencers, but just women with a high following, and they're going from place to place to place. Y'all think they're really paying for that? No. So I feel like now, because of social media is the main reason why I feel like the dating scene is the way it is right now, or at least, you know, why people are having such a hard time, because people don't know how to separate social media versus reality. Like, you guys are trying to keep up with celebrities who are in higher places and, you know, just a different dynamic than you are. Like, who are you? And that's just me being honest. I could go deeper into that topic, but I'm gonna leave it right there because I want you guys to take what I said, and I really would like to hear your thoughts on it. If you disagree with anything that I said, completely understandable, because like I said, that topic is just so debatable. It's crazy, but I'm just going off of stuff that I see people debate about on social media, which is why I need to stop reading through comments and stuff like that. But I'd be curious to see what people have to say about these type of topics, because I just feel like the expectations that people have is just so unrealistic, you know? So yeah, going back to what I said, I would love to be a mom soon. I turned 30 this year, like I mentioned earlier, so in my mind, I am on a time limit, because as women, we have to be careful when we choose to have babies and stuff like that, because we don't want to have complications. I just can't wait for that part of my life, because of course I love being home, not only because I'm a heavily introvert, not only because literally I work from home, but my home is my safe space. I love taking care of my household. I love catering to my boyfriend, and I know that's probably gonna sound crazy to some people. I feel like naturally as a woman, when you're happy, you are naturally nurturing. Like if a woman is happy, she's naturally going to be submissive to you. She's naturally just going to want to do nice things for you. I always tell my boyfriend, like, cooking and cleaning is part of my love language. Like it's a part of me saying that I love you and I appreciate you. My boyfriend literally works like 12 hours out of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like because I am home all of the time, the least I can do is make sure that, you know, he is well fed, because men love their food, and also, you know, he has a clean home to come home to. Again, that's something that I naturally love to do because it is my love language. I definitely agree with that. Nurturing is my love language. Also, like I said earlier, growing up, that's something my mother expected when she came home from work. Like it was the least that you can do because she's been out all day working. I kind of picked it up from there. And even when I was younger, I used to love making my mom's lunches for work, and I used to put like little notes and stuff like that in her lunch bag for work. I think she actually kept some of them. I don't know, I just like doing stuff like that. I learned how to cook at a very young age as well, so that's why I say naturally I'm just built that way. I love that. And I also feel like women naturally, I don't want to say should be like that because I don't want to sound like a bitch when I say that. It is something that is installed in us, but there's certain women who choose to go the other route. You know, they want to be the boss in their household, and that's okay with me. It all depends on what works for you, girl. What works for you. But can you guys imagine like a little Sajayda running around? Oh my gosh, wait till we get to that point on my channel where it starts to become more family dynamic and stuff like that, and like, oh, like I get pregnant. Can you guys imagine like a little baby Sajayda? I think that'll be the cutest thing ever. And then also like my wedding is going to be extremely small. I only want people there that I legitimately have a relationship with, and that is not many. I already have all this stuff low-key kind of planned out because I don't want everybody named Mother thinking just because you know me or just because you family you're gonna be invited. Sorry, you're not. There's gonna be a lot of people mad. I ain't gonna lie, there's gonna be a lot of people mad and feeling some type of way when it's time for me to celebrate all of that, and I am okay with that. That is something that's not up to debate with me. Sorry, like you're not gonna get invited just because, you know, moments like that are very sacred. So I really only want people there that mean something to me and that are extremely important to me. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I guess. But another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, the VMAs is tomorrow. How many of you guys are nervous? I'm gonna tell you guys why I'm nervous and why I'm having anxiety about something that literally has nothing to do with me whatsoever. As y'all know, Cardi and Megan came out with Bongos, and I saw that a lot of people did not like the song. I saw a lot of people love the song right away. I saw that a lot of people are the song is growing on them. I don't understand what the confusion is regarding the beat, because a lot of people are like, oh, the beat is too much, da, da, da. All that Brazilian funk stuff, y'all don't listen to that like at all. Have you never heard it before? That is so, like, I don't want to say weird, because you know, if you never heard that type of sound before, you never heard that sound before. But it's like, how? I feel like there are a lot of like Latino and Latina artists that are kind of going into that market, and Cardi being Dominican just makes sense. So like when people were complaining about the beat, I'm like, you guys are so uncultured. And I don't mean to judge, I really don't, but it's just like, I feel like what the black community here in America doesn't understand, they criticize it so hard, especially when it comes to other cultures. I am extremely grateful that I'm like first generation born here in America, because I'm still very connected to my Caribbean roots because of how I was raised from my mom. I just find it so weird sometimes though that like people don't know what else is going on outside of like rap music and like R&B stuff, and I'm like, do you guys really not listen to anything else? Again, I'm not trying to judge, but I just kind of felt, I guess I just assumed that everybody knew what that sound was, and they didn't. I'm just like, how? Like, it's been all over the place, to be honest, especially from these Latina and Latino artists. But hey, I mean, if you don't listen to it at all, then I guess that explains why. I like the song, and I think it's definitely gonna grow on a lot of people. The comments that people were making about Bongos is the same comments they made about Up. It's the same comments they made about WAP. Are the lyrics 1, 2, 3? Yes, it is, but the song itself is a vibe. People were complaining like, oh, all they do is talk about they poom poom and stuff like that. Here's my take on it. If y'all are gonna big up like people like Sexy Red, and I'm not throwing shades at her, I'm just saying, listen to her lyrics. Sexy Red, Lotto, City Girls. If y'all are gonna big up those type of artists, don't complain when it's Cardi and Megan just because you don't like them. I really hate the fact that people do that. People really pick and choose. Now, what I will say is, are there artists who literally talk talk about nothing besides their poom poom and it's getting annoying, yes, absolutely. I am with you on that. I don't even listen to rap music as much because of that. Rap music in general and trap music, I don't even listen to it, especially when it comes from female artists, that much because they don't be talking about nothing. A lot of y'all favorite artists that y'all be bigging up all the time, they really don't be talking about nothing if you listen to the lyrics. The only person that I feel like switches it up like crazy and who doesn't need to rap about her poom poom for the entire song is Doja Cat. But Doja Cat completely went a completely different direction. All that demon stuff that she's doing, y'all know me, I'm all here for her little rock phase, her little emo phase. I'm all here for it, trust me, because if you've been following me for a while, you know that that's my vibe to a certain extent. But there's just a certain line that I don't cross. I think people, you know, they just like to pick and choose. So I'm just like, man, listen, if you guys are gonna complain about Cardi, for example, rapping about nothing about her poom poom, then y'all can say that about a lot of different artists. If you want to complain that her lyrics are 1, 2, 3 ABC, then you can really say that about a lot of different artists. It's just that a lot of different female artists specifically, they have different flows and they have different ways that they say anything. I think one of Cardi's biggest downfalls sometimes is the way that she flows on a song, and her accent is so thick. So I feel like what she's saying kind of gets lost in translation. In everybody else's defense though, when I literally first played Bongos, I was like, I don't really know how I feel about it. I love the beat automatically because I knew what she was referencing, but I didn't really know how to feel about the way how she was rapping on the song. So immediately after I listened to it for the first time, I put it on repeat and I listened to it again, and then I was like, okay, I like it. I see where she was going with this, you know? I think a lot of people were expecting another WAP's moment, which is crazy because I re-listened to WAP and I was just like, yo, we really made this song. It went #1, right? I was like, we really made this song go #1. WAP is crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I like Bongos a lot better than WAP, if I have to be completely honest with you. When I first heard WAP, I was like, no, she didn't. No, she did not. But going back to what I was saying originally, the VMAs, I am nervous because Nicki is hosting, Nicki is performing, which is great. Of course, I still love me some Nicki Minaj. She be getting on my nerves sometimes, but I love me some Nicki Minaj. You know what's crazy? Okay, before I even mention this, when they said that she was gonna be hosting and performing, I was like, damn, everybody that Nicki has had issues with, they're probably not gonna go. They're probably not gonna perform because of the hostility between her and a lot of artists nowadays, right? So I was like, damn, that sucks. And then I saw like the lineup of the performers and I was like, okay, now this really sucks. Like, the lineup that they originally had was terrible. It was not inclusive at all. Then I saw that they added more people like Metro Boomin, A Boogie. Anyways, the list started to get better, and then they announced Cardi and Megan was gonna be there, and I was like, how was that supposed to work? Obviously, Nicki don't run things over on MTV, but I kind of looked at it as her night because it's like she's hosting and performing. So it was like, y'all really gonna have them there? That's crazy. Maybe they'll open the show and then they'll leave afterwards. I don't know. I'm not like a lot of people. Like, I saw on like Twitter specifically, like people want it to be a little messy. They want it to be a little messy. They want Nicki to be shady. Party Gang wants Cardi to be shady. And I'm just like, man, listen, like, I can't wait until we get past this thing where it's like y'all specifically want only the female artists to beef. It's getting old, it's getting annoying because y'all would not be doing this when it comes to male artists. And not only that, I feel like male artists know how to go and handle their business and go home. When it comes to female artists, it's like everybody wants to be messy and prove a point. Like, man, do what you're supposed to do, make a statement and go home. And by make a statement, I mean show your artistry, show why you deserve to be in the spot that you're in. I can't stand fan bases anymore. I can't. And the only fan base that I'm on and I'm glad to be a part of is the Beehive. And I love the fact that Beyonce is not on social media like that. Like, every day I get more and more grateful that she's limited her access to us. And I know sometimes as fans it sucks because we want more of her, we want to see more of her. But can you guys imagine if Beyonce was giving her thoughts about every single topic on Twitter, or she was ever in any controversial situation because of something she said on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok, whatever? Can y'all imagine? A lot of people that stand her, they might not be able to stand her anymore because at the end of the day, she's a completely different human being. She has her own brain, she has her own thoughts, she has her own ideas. She may handle things differently. And when you showcase how different you are or how you handle things, whether it's the right or the wrong way, on social media, everybody's always going to have an opinion. So I'd rather her just not. I'd rather her not. Give us the music, give us the visuals, a little interview every now and then, and that's it. I love the fact that she kind of stuck to her roots on that. I don't want her to ever feel like she needs to be like everybody else and show like more of herself on social media, because I feel like that's a lot of these artists' downfall. It is so hot, you guys. I'm sweating doing this video. If I was to put on my AC, it'll just mess up the whole audio. Like, this thing is so freaking loud. I can't wait until we are blessed with like a house or an upgraded apartment. But like, have you guys seen the prices of these apartments? Like, We live in a 1-bedroom and our rent is freaking ridiculous and it's insane. And if we was to upgrade to a 2-bedroom, which I would love so badly because I need a dedicated filming room so bad. So you guys, whenever I film, I have to reset up all of my equipment, and I think you guys probably saw me struggle with this throughout my channel because I was always changing my setup. It is very hard to find a dedicated space in my apartment. We have a decent amount of room, but as far as lighting goes and just, you know, so when I finish recording, I have to take everything back down and put everything back. It is so annoying, and sometimes that blows mine, and that makes me not want to record at all. I can't wait to do like my detailed everyday makeup video for you guys because a lot of you guys comment on my lip combo all the time. Thank you. Some people don't like my lip combo though, which, you know, is cool. They feel like I do too much lip liner, but I like the way I do my lips, to be honest with you. Eventually though, you guys are gonna get tired of me doing these get ready with me videos, doing my basic makeup routine. So eventually I'm gonna have to switch it up. If you guys would love some more like soft glam looks, like the days that I'm not recording, because when I record hair tutorials, my makeup has to be simple. That's what the brands request. But as we get into fall and stuff, I would love to show you guys some more soft glam looks and go back into my eyeshadow game because I have not played an eyeshadow in a minute. Fall looks, soft glam looks, that's my area. So let me know if you guys would love some of those type of videos for future chit chat get ready with me, because I like doing those looks. Those are my favorite type of looks. Let me go ahead and do this wig install really quickly. I wish we had more time. You know what I really want to talk to you guys about? Insecure. I watched the Insecure series with Issa Rae for the very first time like a couple months ago, and I have so many different thoughts on it. Yeah, I want to talk to you guys about that show because I got some things to say. But let me go ahead, do this wig install really quick. We'll record this wig install and then I will come back to you guys so we can go ahead and close out this video. Okay, you guys, I'm officially done with doing this wig tutorial. Well, the wig tutorial that I had to do. I just got my Bath and Body Works candles and I wanted to do a quick unboxing with you guys. I am a sucker for Bath and Body Works candles, just like a lot of other girls, and they recently had like their 3-wick candles for sale for like $12.95, all the full scents. So I ended up getting like 4 different candles, which I am gonna have to give one away because I promised my sister I would give her one, whatever. But we about to do a quick unboxing really quick because I'm so freaking happy. It was really hard for me to choose like scents too because there's just so many options to choose from, and when you're picking from online, you have to like look at the reviews and make sure you're getting the right one, etc, etc. This very first one, this is called Cinnamon Spiced Vanilla, and I just know this one is gonna smell good. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. This smells so good. I love cinnamon candles. I don't think I'm gonna like this one tonight though. I'm gonna save this one. This one almost smells like a Christmas candle, to be honest, but I guess it's because like the cinnamon. All right, this one is called Sweater Weather, and I'm the type of person who likes to light her candles depending on like the weather and the mood. So if I keep this one might be like for Christmas, maybe like once it gets really cold outside, because that's what it's given. But it says it's a fall scent candle, so let's see. This just smells clean. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save this one for next month. Well, no, not next month. And I'm gonna save this one for November. This one is too like, it does give winter vibes, and it was put in a fall. Oh, I think this is the mahogany one. Oh my god. Okay, so everybody raves about this specific candle. Everybody and a mother raves about this freaking candle. So I finally got it because I don't think I've actually owned this one before. Oh, that's why everyone loves this one. This one smells really clean too. You know what's crazy? I picked these scents based on fall, but low-key, I don't think I want to light any of these yet. Like, I think I want to wait. Well, that's all the more reason for me to buy more. Now that I think about it, I think the reason why I got like different ones is because I actually bought a couple already, like from Walmart, the fall scented ones. So I think when I picked the Bath and Body Works ones, I was just in a different mindset because like I already have the apples, the pumpkins, you know what I'm saying? All right, this one is called Honey Crisp Apple. Only thing I wish though is I wish like the jars were more fall-ish, if that makes any sense. But okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna save all my candles. I think I'm gonna save these until we hit like October, November, because that's what all these scents is giving. September, I don't think any of these is right for that. Those are the 4 that I got. Are they still having their sale? Let's see. Nope, the sale is over. So I'll have to wait next time. That way I could grab some more. But like all of these scents, in my personal opinion, they are given like November, December scents. But I actually have October scents already in the closet. So I did you know, pick a decent amount of options, but I wish that these smell like a little bit more fall. The ones that I got from Walmart, they personally to me smell like a little bit more fallish, you know. But okay, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in per usual. I really hope that you enjoyed today's chit chat get ready with me, and I can't wait to talk about some stuff next week. There's some things that I did want to talk about, the insecure thing that I told you guys about before, and then also, oh, I wanted to talk to you guys about like influencer stuff too, like some advice and like influencer X or whatever. So if you are curious about certain topics when it comes to influencer stuff, just go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below, and we'll talk about that next week. But let me go. It's 4:30 now. I need to hurry up, and I have to edit this video, and I got to get some stuff done around the house. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.